Alrighty guys, welcome back once again to another mashup here by Adam, your dog trainer. But first, if this is your first time watching, please consider smashing that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell for notifications, so this way you're aware of when we post any new videos. Lastly, please feel free to follow me on my Instagram page at Adam, your dog trainer, where I post pictures of my students on a daily basis. It's literally kind of fun. Feel free to ask me questions. You can send me a personal message anytime you'd like if you have any questions. Alrighty, so let's get to today's mashup. Today we have one of the most popular brands of food sold in the United States, which is Pedigree, versus one of the self-proclaimed best dog foods on the market today. That would be Blue Buffalo Freedom. Alrighty, it's going to be a good kind of head-to-head, kind of best versus best, I guess. And let's see how this one goes. I think I kind of know already, but yeah, we'll go through this one. Alrighty, I'll see you guys after the 3-hour time lapse. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Deuces. So for the past couple of years, Blue Buffalo has slowly become one of the largest growing food companies, dog food companies, and cat food companies in the United States. They are tremendous when it comes to their marketing. They have spread their wings everywhere, along with from Targets to Petco's to PetSmarts to Pet Supermarkets. They have done a phenomenal job of spreading the word about their Blue Buffalo brand. Now, Freedom is the branding that I think is their premium line or their best line. What it is, it's a grain-free formula with a lower protein source with pure ingredients, what that means is it's almost to the point of being a superfood. All right, what it does is it's not too high protein, it's not too high carb, not too high this. It's basically their regular formula, which is the true and trusted, without any grains, which is fantastic. That's actually what we're looking for in a grain-free formula. One of the issues with grain-free formulas is they have too high a protein and they add too much extra stuff. Well, this Blue Buffalo does not add the extra stuff in their Freedom line. That's one of the brands that I usually recommend for dogs with allergies. Alrighty, going against Pedigree, which Pedigree kind of falls into the top 5 dog foods sold in the world today. The bad thing about Pedigree is they have corn, wheat, soy byproducts, artificial coloring. You can actually see it just in the kibble alone on the front of the bag. So we're going to really see two tops going head to head. Personally, I don't like grocery brand foods, as you guys all know. I like premium foods. I like going to a pet store and getting the information that I'm looking for from the advisors that work there that know about those brands. Alrighty, so you don't get that little one-on-one when you go into say a Target or a Walmart, but that's where you're gonna find the pedigrees. So, you know, it's kind of hard to say one versus the other, but for me, I like that customer service aspect of going into a store. So let's get this going. Let's do our 3-hour time lapse, and I'll talk to you guys after the break. Deuces. Alrighty guys, here we go, back at it once again. We have Pedigree Adult Chicken Flavor versus Blue Buffalo Freedom Chicken Flavor. This is actually the one flavor that I actually liked, one recipe from Blue that I think is the most balanced. So I wanted to go with something that I felt was really a higher end premium food versus a top-selling food in the country. So that would be, this is the Blue, this is the Pedigree. We're gonna add our 2 cups of white vinegar. Three hours. I'll see you guys after the 3 hours. Deuces. Alrighty guys, so after our 3-hour time lapse, let's go ahead and bring up the two foods that we are talking about. So first of all, let's talk about Pedigree. Pedigree actually tripled in size and expansion in the glass. So what that means is it actually expanded so much that it literally stuck to the side. So like here, I'm pouring it out and it's still stuck right there. It hasn't even moved, right? It's expanded above the waterline. I have never seen a dog food actually expand above the waterline. So it's actually pressing into the glass and making that happen. There were a lot of bubbles on the top here. Let's see if we can get that to zoom in. There we go. So there's a lot of bubbles. You can just barely make it out. But if you look around the rim here, you can see the bubbles just going crazy on the top here. And to be honest, there's actually fruit flies flying around that food. I was talking to one of my students on the phone and I mentioned that and she was like, wow, that's gross. Yeah. I mean, if you look at this, just look at the bottom, barely broke down. We did have some breakdown, but look how big the kibble is here. You know, it really expanded a lot. I mean, it's almost as big as my fingernail. And it was literally the size of a tiny little, kibble. So over to the Blue Buffalo. Blue Buffalo, you know, was not fantastic. We do have some bubbles in the top there. You can see very gently, just a few bubbles right across the top. Not that bad, but you know what we did have? We did have some breakdown here. We did have some food breakdown. And it only expanded probably about one time, maybe 2 times over, which isn't great, but you know what? It's not 3 to 4 times. It's not sticking. You can actually move this around. You can see how it moves around, like what I was talking about. Whereas if I lift up this one, the kibble doesn't actually move. The water's moving and the kibble actually stays. So yeah, that's kind of gross. Alrighty, so I'm gonna give this one to the Blue Freedom, and you guys know I don't give Blue a lot of credit a lot of times, but in this scenario, if you're at a Target and you're looking for a food to buy, I would pick up a Blue Freedom bag over a Pedigree bag all day long. Pedigree has those things that we just don't want. No corn, no wheat, no soy, no byproducts. Look at the coloring of this water. Look at the colors you see here. These are all artificial. So they're not real colors. They actually just make that kibble that color using food coloring. So it's 100% chemical that they're adding into that food, which is then going and getting into your dog's system, which you definitely don't want. Alrighty, so any questions, concerns, please go ahead, leave a comment below. Let me know what you want to see going forward in a mashup. Also, if you made it this far in the video, as always, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And don't forget to share these videos with anyone that you know who might be interested in changing their dog food, or if they're getting a new puppy, maybe give them a suggestion to check out the channel. Alrighty guys, thank you everyone. Have a great week. I'll see you all next time. Peace.